Alright, YouTube, this is my first ever video. I will be trying to make some, well, the end goal will be to make some of these. They are copper lighter sleeves that slip over a bic. But I made a bunch of them about a year ago, and I basically made some press dies out of just 2 blocks of white oak that I carved out, and they weren't perfect. So when you'd press them together, so first the process was I got tubing, cut them out about 1/8 of an inch over the length of a bic up to where this neck is. And then I would anneal them, squish them in those dies, and then peen over the end so it has a stop to sit against. But I moved across the country. I don't have those dies anymore. They kind of sucked anyways. So I'm gonna try and make some more. But this time I'm planning to use some of this, what do you call it? It's like steel stick. I got all the Ace had, but I don't know if this will be enough. I have a feeling it won't be. Just so you can get an idea, on the back of this frozen pizza box, the dies will kind of look like this. These are how the previous ones look. These will be quite a bit smaller. I'm a little worried that because I don't have enough steel stick, these shoulders are gonna be too thin and they'll blow out when I try and squish shit inside of them. But fuck it, I'm gonna try it and we'll see how it goes. So my plan, this is type L, 3/4 inch, like tubing, piping, I don't fucking know. But it has the right interior diameter. It's pretty close. It's not dead perfect, but like you can kind of see I peened it over a little bit just to make it a tighter fit at the shoulder, but it's pretty damn close. I've tried the other types. The thin wall shit is obviously, I think that's M, is obviously too loose, and the thick wall stuff is too tight. So L works the best. But what I'm gonna do is I'll need to measure with some calipers to see what the wall thickness is. Then I'm gonna wrap one of these in tape until it's about whatever the thickness plus the copper would be, if that makes sense. So I'm basically gonna wrap it in tape till it's as big as this guy is, and then that way when I make a mold, it will account for the added thickness of the copper when I go to squish. Because if I did one just to the size of the lighter, the added thickness of the copper would fuck it up somehow. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I probably don't have enough steel stick, but whatever. I also got some sexy black nitrile gloves at Michael's for touching up on the steel stick. Normally I use those at the BDSM dungeon with your mom, but today they'll be used for making 2-part epoxy molds. Okay, hold that thought. I just realized that as I was taping this up, it needs to be a little longer to account for the added 1/8 inch at the bottom when I'm stamping it, because the top won't, it's not a perfect, oval. So what I'm gonna do, I just broke this one. I'm gonna cut a little more than 1/8 inch off the bottom, stick that right in there, and then tape it up, and then put it in. All right, my jeweler's saw made quick work of this. I guess it's not perfectly flat, but fuck it, it's close enough. So I'll sandwich it in at the end here. And then I think I'll be ready to make the mold. You can kind of see what I mean here. And then I'm gonna add a little drop of super glue just to keep it from moving around and shifting. Also, you can kind of see it here, but I'm trying to make the seams of the tape not overlap, because when I take the mold, ideally it won't have any ridges in it. So I'm basically laying the tape down, overlapping it, and then sliding my fingernail against it to basically score a line, and then coming back through with the razor blade and cutting it flush. But also, I'd like to quickly say fuck you to the guy at the flea market who got me on a pack of razor blades. I wanted to buy the 100 pack of DeWalt, and then he went to throw them in the bag and swapped them with a 50 pack of these shitty fucking Craftsman ones. That dull. I've literally been using this for like 3 hours, and it's fucked. So I'm normally a formidable white boy at the flea market, and normally people don't give me like that, but I was not on my A game that day. All right, so it's looking like it's right around 5/8 with the copper on it. I think that's what I'm gonna shoot for with the tape. I think I've still got a little bit to go, but yeah, I'll check it. All right, I went ahead and started. I used the first thing of this. I said, fuck the molds. I definitely don't have enough, but I've just been kind of sculpting it and kind of trying to meet that parting line. I'm gonna use half of the second to try and reinforce these sides. So we'll see how that goes. All right, it's on there. It's a little crooked, which I don't know. It might be a problem. I could try and add a little bit to this. You know what? It's not too far off. It's just still, it's crooked, but whatever. All right, I'm in over my head, but it's cooking. It's getting warm, which epoxy does when it hardens. It's definitely tacking up. Apparently this shit only has a 3-minute working period, which I think is true. But you can see here that corner's not as big as I'd like it to be. These don't need it, so I don't know why the fuck I put so much there, but it's to the point where I can't really do anything about it. So I'm gonna just let it cook, and hopefully I can pull this mold out without too much trouble. I also, because it's a little wonky, I scored just with the razor blade down the side, so that when I go to do the other side, I'll know where the other one ends. Other thing, I got this shit on here. It's not coming off very well. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I could peel off the top layer and put one more back. We'll fucking see, I don't know. I can't believe I spent how many minutes making these stupid fucking things for it to just be a waste of time, but whatever. I did kind of use them to tamp down the side, so I hopefully get a flat face to register against, but yeah, that's where we're at. Alrighty, I got this shit kind of unstuck. Oops. It's not fully dry yet, but I wanted to get it out now just in case it was like lodged in there, and then I'll never get it out, because this is a nice fully functional lighter. But let's see how we're looking. I'm hoping it will be a smooth finish. There's a little tear out. The other thing I'm worried about is how thin it is, but hopefully it'll be okay. let me set the camera down. I'll get this all cleaned up and show you in 1 second. All right, this is the mold I got. It's 1/2. You can see here, there's a little bit of like undercut. This side looks fucking nice. Okay, getting a little buzzed and eating shitty pasta with Ritz crackers. But as an update, I took this little file and knocked it's still not in a straight line. You can see it's like stepped, which not ideal, but I think it'll be okay. But now the corners are a little more robust and don't have that little piece of flashing on them. This thing fits in there nice. What I'm gonna do now to get it to fit perfect, put a piece of tape here, and then form the mold over the other side, so I don't have to like try and make it hit this line, because it would like it wouldn't fucking work. But I do have a line in here, but I don't fucking care.
Smack two pussy. Bop. Blood in, blood out, member speak. East Atlanta, Boulder Crest affiliated. I said, boy, Gucci. Another be banging. That boy can't fat boy fucking with. Put the pounds in the trash can, Gucci do the dishes. Don't nobody fuck with my kitchen. All the old school, and I said it on 60. How you got me Gucci plenty working in the kitchen. Pounds in the trash can, Gucci do the.
Alrighty, so I've got it taped off to here. Just put back in. I'm still missing a single layer of tape, but I don't really think it fucking matters. If anything, a little extra squeeze is probably a good thing. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, it'll probably break my fucking mold the first time I use it, but, yeah, I'm gonna try it. Okay. It's been cooking for a minute. Peel this shit off. That came off easier than the last time. Let me try and split these real quick. We did it, I think. Yeah, it's a fucking mold. I will test fit it and see how it's looking. Well, now that's looking pretty good. It's nice and loose in there, which is good. I guess there's no telling until I actually try it, but these a little thin for my liking, these walls, but hopefully once I glue it, it should be okay. All right, so we're in full-blown production mode now. I glued them to these blocks of wood, and I have it set so I can reference off, I forget what this shit is called, this part of the vise, and then it sets them so the clamping force of the jaws is pretty much all in line with the dies. It's been working pretty well. Here's a couple that I've stamped out. They're not perfect, but they're pretty fucking close. And that saves me from, it just saves a step so that once I stamp them, I don't have to go back and readjust them with a hammer to make them slide on. They just slide right on a lighter, and I can go straight to peening the back over. So yeah, it's been working well. The one trick is to not over tighten it. That's what I did on a couple of the first ones, and it got all fucked up. But it's been working well. You just have to make sure that they're aligned and in line, and then that this thing isn't sitting at the bottom of the die, that it's kind of centered, but it's working. So a few more to go. All right, YouTube, this is the finished product for the most part. It's fully peened. Look at that big old peen on there. And then squished penny. I silver soldered it on, and then got this little brass clip. I like this one, but that's basically it.